think we are on. Hi guys, what is up? My name is Annie. Am I focused? I have not done this for a long time. Just check I'm definitely focused. Think so, I'm not sure, but yeah, my name is Annie. You guys, some of you might remember me from when I did YouTube videos quite a few years ago now, and a few of you might know me as well from my Instagram account, annie.lucy_. It used to be annie.lucyfitness, and then I changed it because I wanted to go more lifestyle, but I just decided to pick up my camera and start some vlogs again. No real reason behind it, but I just thought, you know what, I really have missed the whole creative side of YouTube and editing videos and just having some sort of record of some events in my life. And I've watched a few of my old videos back from sort of when I went on holiday or did some really fun things with friends and family, and just thought, you know what, it would be such a shame not to have sort of records of memories, you know. So that is kind of where I'm at with that, but I just thought I would make this video sort of like an introductory video, because I think a lot of you probably won't know who I am, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of background, and also those that do know who I am, I just sort of wanted to update you on a few things, because a lot has changed since I vlogged before a couple of years ago, and I feel like personally I have changed and grown so much, so I thought I would just sort of share a little bit of the background, what has happened over the last couple of years, and where I'm at now. So I don't really know where to start. I was gonna like plan like a script or something, or just like a few pointers on what to say, and then I just thought, actually, you know what, just go for it, and if it's a load of garbage and I'm just chatting rubbish the whole time, then oh well. So I'm just going to start with sort of when I first made my Instagram account. I think I was 14 or 15, and it was just like your bog standard Instagram account, sort of lifestyle. I can't even remember what I would have been doing at 14 or 15. It was quite a long time ago now, but I guess I was sort of in school. Yeah, I was sort of coming up to my GCSEs, and this is really where I discovered fitness, and I get asked quite a lot how I got into fitness, and the story is, it's not a very inspiring story, but what happened was I went on a run with my mum one afternoon after school, and obviously the endorphins just hit me afterwards, and I thought I absolutely loved that, so I went on a run again the next day after school, and again and again and again, and I kept going on runs after school, and obviously absolutely loved it. And then I think what I did was, both my parents, they live in separate houses in Kenilworth, which is where I live, and what I would do is I would run from my mum's house to my dad's house, grab my bike from my dad's house and cycle back up to my mum's house, and then obviously each night I would alternate, and yeah, just sort of didn't really know much about nutrition, obviously knew nothing about weights in the gym or anything like that. And then when I turned 16, my dad bought me my first gym membership, or I think maybe I was just before I turned 16, maybe for my 15th birthday, can't quite remember now. My dad bought me my first ever gym membership at a very posh gym, just outside of Kenilworth, very expensive gym, so I was very lucky. Lovely pool, lovely sauna, everything like that, and I would go to the gym after school with my dad. He would take me, and I would use all the cardio machines. Obviously it's sort of how everyone starts, really. Use the cardio machines. I think I would do like half an hour on the cross trainer, half an hour on the treadmill. Then I remember I'd always use the rowing machine, and this is hilarious, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I would use the rowing machine, and I would like start getting a bit of a shoulder pump from just like doing the rowing action, and then I would walk over to the mirror and be like, oh yes, look at my shoulders. Yeah, that's embarrassing. And then what happened is I hope he doesn't watch this, but I had an ex-boyfriend, well, a boyfriend at the time who is now an ex, and he got a gym membership there too, and obviously because he was like a guy, he was sort of getting into the weights and knew quite a few things about like weightlifting and, you know, resistance machines and things like that. So he would sort of bring me into the weight section and show me a couple of things, like very standard things like the leg press machine and, you know, the shoulder press machine and sort of all the very basic resistance machines. And it kind of just sparked from there really. And then what had happened, I think he went on to get a gym membership sort of in Kenilworth, more sort of based locally. I then moved and got a membership there as well, and that was more of like a bodybuilding gym. So he sort of carried on teaching me a few things, and then I befriended a couple of people in the gym who sort of also showed me a few things, had a couple of PT sessions from a couple of the trainers down there, and that's sort of how it all started snowballing really, and just sort of fell in love with the weights. Meanwhile, I was, my Instagram account had kind of turned more into a fitness account. I was posting sort of videos of things that I was doing in the gyms, I was posting like healthy recipes as well, and then I also sort of found like the fitness community and started following lots of different people on Instagram, lots of fitness accounts, and again learning things off the videos that they were posting as well. And then, I can't quite remember when this was, but I ended up changing my name from, I don't know what it was, it must have just been Annie or something, to Annie Lucy Fitness. And if you're wondering where the Lucy came from, that is my middle name. So I just thought that sort of rung quite nicely. So I changed my name to Annie Lucy Fitness. And at this time, and I think some of you will remember this, the algorithm on Instagram was like insane. And I was just, the followers were like racking in. I think like overnight, one night, I managed to like increase my following by 800 overnight, and I was just getting loads of likes, and I was sort of interacting with other accounts, and friends that I have now I was like developing friendships with just over Instagram. And ended up sort of going to quite a few meetups. See if I can get some pictures and like insert them in here. But yeah, sort of met lots of friends at meetups in like London and Birmingham. Yeah, it all just sparked from there. And sort of at this point I had done my GCSEs and actually decided that I wanted to go to college to study sports and exercise sciences. And this just seemed to like flow really well because obviously I was absolutely thriving off like exercise and nutrition. So I just thought, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to do this course, and I want to become a personal trainer. And I knew that from literally day one of sort of getting into the fitness world. So that's what I went and did. I went and smashed college. I got really, really good results from college, ended up with a triple distinction star. And while I was in college, I actually did my level 2 fitness instructor. And then I think while I was sort of in the last year of college, I actually got myself a fitness instructing job in a gym in Stratford-upon-Avon. And I was there for a year or so, part-time while I was doing college. And then I sort of went full-time after college. Absolutely loved that. And I was fortunate enough to have been put through a level 3 personal training qualification, and this was all like government funded. I didn't have to pay anything for it. So that qualification actually took me quite a long time because they based it off the hours that I was working at the gym. So at the point at the time I started my level 3 qualification, I was only actually working 16 hours at the gym. So obviously, you know, it took me quite a long time, but reflecting on it, you see so many people doing these personal training qualifications in days, and personally, I don't think that's right. I think obviously, yes, that is a real qualification, and you're now qualified to go and personal train real life clients, but 6-7 days is not enough to learn at least the basics of what you really need to learn to deal with people. I mean, you've got people's lives literally in your hands. So yeah, my qualification took me a long time. And just to sort of briefly, I don't want to go into too much detail, I might do like a video on this in more detail at some point, but then from the fitness instructing job, I went on to personal train in another gym in Kenilworth, which was, I wasn't quite self-employed there. I was sort of working under the guys that own the gym. And then I took the leap to go and work completely self-employed at an Anytime Fitness in Kenilworth. So I had my own clients, the money was coming directly to me. I set up my business, Annie Lucy Fitness, or Annie Lucy Coaching is what the Instagram account is called, and absolutely loved that and did that for sort of just under a year. And that's actually where I met my boyfriend Dan. If you follow my Instagram account, you'll know exactly who Dan is. He was the manager of the gym at that point. He's not anymore, and I didn't work for him either. I didn't actually work for Dan because I was self-employed. So let's just get that straight. So Dan actually now lives with me. We've been together just under a year, and that is all very lovely. But then kind of what happened, and this is going into a little bit of a deeper, you know, avenue, and this is definitely something that I will make another video on, but I actually decided that I didn't want to personal train anymore. I was sort of going through, again, I don't want to go too deep, but I was going through quite a tough time. I had a very close family member pass away, sadly, and a couple of other things sort of happened at the same time. And actually, the hours that a personal trainer has to work just weren't suiting me very well. I was really unhappy. I ended up gaining a lot of weight. My nutrition, I think I was sort of binge eating for a couple of months. My nutrition was just out the window. I couldn't be bothered to train, I think because I was in the gym all day training clients. I then didn't want to train myself, so that's how I ended up putting a lot of weight on. And I was just miserable, and I was becoming somebody that I really, really didn't like. I was sort of, you know, lashing out on close people around me, and it just wasn't good. So what I decided to do was I decided that I was going to close down my business. It was a really tough decision because I absolutely loved training my clients. Like, my clients were everything to me, and I really hope that one day I will be able to have my own client base again, whether it's in personal training or something else, because I just loved that sort of one-to-one, building rapport with clients on a daily basis. I just absolutely loved it. So it was really unfortunate that I had to make that decision to sort of leave it because I had to put myself first and my mental health first. What I did is I went on to do like a job that I wasn't too passionate about. You know, it was just like a standard 9-to-5 job. The hours suited really well. I just wanted to experience office life and sort of having a paycheck coming in each month, so I felt financially secure. So I was there for a couple of months, and you know, it didn't really work out. Having gone from having my own business and working for years and years and years to get my qualifications and to build all of my education and my knowledge, and then to go and sit in an office, personally, like, it didn't suit me and I wasn't passionate about the work, and I just thought, you know, this isn't going to fulfill me. So I ended up leaving, and this was a couple of weeks ago now. So currently I don't want to say unemployed, I hate that word because it just makes me sad, but I don't have a job at the moment, and that is kind of one of the main reasons why I decided to pick up my camera again and just create some cool content. I don't think I'll have this opportunity again for a while. You know, I'm just going to embrace the fact that I'm not having to get up and go to work every day, to make some really cool content on YouTube and on Instagram. And you know, I just want to educate myself. I've been watching a lot of documentaries and, you know, doing a lot of research. I've done some mini qualifications online, and I just want to spend this time to really just rejuvenate myself and just do what I want to do. I've just been lounging in the garden, embracing the sun, and, you know, having coffee in the morning in the garden and just being with my cats, and you know, it's just, I've really, really enjoyed it, and I think it would be silly not to just enjoy this time that I'm having off, because I will look back when I'm like what's the phrase, head to toe in work, like completely drowning in work. I think I'll look back and think, why didn't you just embrace the time you had off? So that is kind of where I'm at now. In terms of like what I will be doing in the future, I don't actually know, but I do know that I want to do something that I love, that's something that I'm passionate about. The potential to go to uni is obviously there as well, because I never went, and there's like a particular course, it's a nutritional course that I really, really want to do. So uni might be on the cards, but that is something I'm just keeping very quiet. Well, it's not quiet anymore, but I'm keeping to myself, because obviously I don't know like if I can get on this year, so it could be next year. But yeah, I think that's enough background. I think I'm just looking at the time on the camera and it's saying 16 minutes and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've just babbled for 16 minutes. But it's just like a word splurge. But I have really, really missed vlogging. So what I'm kind of hoping to do with the whole YouTube thing is, I think putting pressure on myself to get videos out sort of every week or, I don't know, every day is just stupid, because I've done that before and I just felt really under pressure and it wasn't enjoyable. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to upload on these days. I'm just going to go with the flow, see how things go. I know that I've sort of brainstormed a lot of ideas for videos that I want to do, a lot fitness based, but a lot also like lifestyle as well. So it's kind of going to be, this channel is just going to be a mix of everything, and I'm just going to pick up my camera when I fancy. If there's something cool going on one day, then again I'll just pick up my camera, pardon me, just pick up my camera and just vlog. The vlogs, they're not going to be anything fancy. My editing skills are absolutely rubbish, so it's going to be very raw and real. And yeah, I'm just like looking forward to it. There's not much else that I can say really, but yeah, so this is sort of just an introduction to the channel. What I've done is I've made, and I was a bit hesitant to do this because I don't want to sort of lie to myself, but I have made all the videos from when I did YouTube before. I've made them private so no one can see them, because I just wanted to start fresh. And some of the videos, you know, when you just watch them and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so cringy. But then I'll probably watch this back and think the same thing. So, but I've made them all private. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what the next video is going to be, so I can't tell you now, but I'm hoping to get another uploaded sort of quite soon. If you've got any ideas, if you've got any ideas of what you would like to see on this channel, then obviously just sort of comment below, or, you know, send me an Instagram message and I will definitely do that for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you can, I don't want to sound a generic YouTuber, but if you can, give this a like and a follow, not a follow, a subscribe, and that would be much appreciated. And thank you so much for watching. Mwah!